still trying to make sure that this is the last anime manga eye drawing tutorial that you ever have to watch. Simplified for beginners, so we'll be doing one where the angle is straight on for the face, but now focused solely on the eyes. Note that this is the eyeball, iris, the pupil, and then the shape in question is the window to the eye. This is a more traditional shape, and on the side, notice that the pupil is kind of inside and a little bit backwards. That's where you put it. Some people place it in the wrong area. And then again, that's how much of the window you get to see. Sometimes a little different depending on the shape, or you got a lazy eye, but that's essentially the gist. You go with a little rectangle here. The exact shape of it and dimensions is up to you and your style. Again, the goal is to figure out the positionings of things, cutting this in half and then half again. Then we want room in the middle for the space that will be the nose, even though we're not going to focus much on it. But the spaces here is completely up to you and your style. You can make it a little wider, but sometimes you don't want the eyes to be too close to each other. Again, solely focused on positioning. Now, first thing to keep track of is the shape of the eye. It could be a triangle, usually reserved for more dangerous, cunning characters, or even sometimes just the act of seeing a character angry gives somewhat of the vibe of those triangles, because the eyebrows usually come down like that, and again, it forms a little bit of a triangle. Stylistically, the shape of the eye could be a triangle. In some character design principles, triangle has symbolic meaning to it for shape language. You could have a triangle, square has its meanings, and so does a circle. Even though we've made somewhat of an oval shape, your circles could still be this. And there are many characters to choose from to point at that kind of illustrate this point. Squares are more reliable, leaders, a little charismatic, while the triangle is for danger mostly. Circles are usually for the more endearing characters, soft, warm, bubbly. Really, you have freedom to even do it in different forms if the character's eye is going to be like this. It's really up to you. Maybe the pupil will be somewhere here. It's really up to you. Shape language doesn't only fall on the eyes, it could be the whole character shape as a whole, even preventing the character from having sharp edges in their hair and maybe doing something a little softer. This makes them a little bit more warm and fuzzy. Now, sometimes you can combine shapes.
Look at how these different shapes combine to give different feelings. For example, the King of Edgelord's Reaper is represented by a square and a triangle, representing both his competence on a team while also accentuating his aggressive, angry nature.
To come up with maybe an eye that does a little bit of a rhombus type thing, or it's kind of like maybe two triangles you could look at, or maybe a square with some round parts. This is an approach. And then you would mirror that on the other eye if they have, an identical approach to the eyes. This is not our pupil and iris, but it could have been, but it just makes the character look like a snake, which is a choice. Remember, your initial square could have had many forms. Like here, I can even elongate it just to show how we could have started in a different way. Keep in mind that these guides are just here to help beginners. Over time, you'll know where all these positions are supposed to be in the first place and wouldn't have to do all this extra stuff just to draw eyes. Now for this, I kind of view it like the whole eye is wide open. We can bring it down a little bit. Eye, say, is half open and you're doing a little bit of a lazy eye thing. Sometimes if the character is really chill, the eyes would even barely be open. And if we imagine the iris and pupil behind the eyes, then depending on how open those eyes are, we'd only see these parts. And usually the pupil will be somewhere here, so we'll only see the lower end of the pupil. Go look at your favorite anime, the chill characters. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Then knowing what you know, the eyebrows, usually you can have that line initially, maybe even leave it back there. And the eyebrows can start like this umbrella that's above the eye that covers it, that guides it from the rain. You can have an eyebrow helping to sell whatever emotion you want. But just make sure that the eyebrow covers most of it. So you would even extend past where the eye is supposed to be. And usually you want to have that there. Even if the eyebrow hairs are just here, that muscle around the eye covers all of it. And the distance between where that muscle begins and where the eyes begin, assuming it's wide open, you guessed it, it's completely up to you. The nose will be somewhere here. Check out the How to Draw Faces video to get the rest of the gist. But once you understand eyes to this degree, you can really do anything. Even going back to the eye, you can see how it kind of curves up. You could have a character where it doesn't and maybe it curves down a little bit. It's up to you and just taking a step back, looking at that character and seeing if it fits the vibe of that character. Assuming, let's say, the eyes or like that. Or if it was wide open, how that would look. So experiment and have fun. Even down to the pupil and iris, it could be whatever you want it to be. You experiment with some character designs where maybe it's a star, or it's trippy and just like this bullseye that continues. This is also for an idea that I have. You know, imagine a character having this in your eyes. I've never seen anything like this. Totally just came up with this. I could totally see this on like a ninja. Maybe the eye kind of does something. I was thinking of calling it like Renegon. I'm still thinking about that. I even have another idea where maybe it doesn't have this many loops and there's like a dot in between, and then you have these kind of symbols kind of granting the character the ability to say copy another character's abilities. Let's say they're all ninja and they have like specialties, elemental specialties, all kinds of stuff. But you know, I'm gonna keep most of those ideas to myself because I don't want people to copy. And you know, I can even have a version of this. Maybe I'll call it like a Sharingana, something like that, where it could be like a star. Let me know in the comments what you would call this eye that I've totally just come up with. Point is, you guys can come up with your own designs, especially if it's like a super powered based type series. Anime eyes have done all kinds of things. I could put a keyhole in here if I wanted. And maybe the eye unlocks things. Have fun, especially if you're doing supernatural or science-based type stuff. But now we know where everything goes. Let's actually put together a finished eye. This approach works for both male and female, doesn't matter. Assuming the eye is, say, wide open for this first attempt, you want thicker lines for the upper part of the eye to mimic lashes. And let's say this is a female character, and so the thicker it is, the closer it feels like makeup, especially if you give it more lashes. The lashes can look shorter, but they're not actually shorter. It's just more so they're pointing towards the camera, and so we see less of them versus these ones kind of going outwards a little bit. The eyebrow thickness could be like so. It's really up to you. I could have done it even different in this case. Say I go with a rounder eye. Again, you don't even need to follow the guide fully, but it just kind of lets you know where things go a little bit. And maybe stylistically, I only want 3, and then that will be that. And then you want thinner lines for the lower lashes. In some cases, depending on the style, the lines might fully connect. But in some cases, maybe you just want a little line at the bottom where it's not fully connecting. And then in some other cases, you want a line like so, and maybe you want 2 lines. I like to have 2 lines sometimes for my style. If you guys notice it in My Manga Apple Black. Turn that off. There you go. Draw the iris and pupil. And then how you render this is also up to you. These lines could be thick and you just draw a dot, 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 and then you can be fully done. If you do it for the other part, same thing. Do a stylistic pupil, just because we can. And obviously you would do the same thing for both sides of the eye, unless you have a character with, you know, completely 2 different character designs or art styles for half of their face, which you could also still do. Another way to render this would be to just fill in the top black. I've seen some Japanese creators do something like this, and then you shade in a fadey way where it's like more lines at the top and then less at the bottom, and that's that. I highly recommend you go check out a lot of other eyes in anime and manga, or just any kind of Western animation of any sort. One of the last things for the eyes would then be to add a highlight. Just note that you can add as many as you want. Again, it's a stylistic thing, but it's just that part where light hits the eye. Sometimes some people will draw an outline for it. Sometimes there wouldn't be one. Sometimes they will have multiple. Some at the top, some will be angular, also doing some shape language things. But usually, whatever you do, you don't mirror it on the other side. So assuming this was the eye we did, and we flip it just so we can put it on the other side, you don't want to do this. The light source is coming from the same angle, so therefore, instead, it'll be this. The exact same approach. Then you put in eyebrows, which is where the upper rectangle uses. Again, shape language comes into play, but shape language and positioning, you could have something like this. It's in that space. Noticing the other eyeball is not exactly in the circle, so let's actually fix that real quick. It needs to be a little higher. Then you put the eyebrows depending on their facial expression. And so right now she looks a little shocked, and shocked characters usually tend to have a space of the whites in the eye where you can see the full iris and pupil in the middle. They look more shocked that way, and they look even more shocked if you reduce the size of it, as in the size of the iris and pupil. But this is one way. Sometimes you see lashes for the bottom too, again, for characters who wear makeup. And then in some cases, you would have lines for the eyelid at the top. And sometimes that would be under the eyebrow. It depends. You want some uniformity a little bit. But again, as you can guess, that depends on the character. And just like that, we've drawn some eyes while going through all the principles you could possibly imagine. You draw a nose and you draw a mouth, and you're already there, really. With these same principles, you can come up with any kinds of eyes. One last add-on here is sometimes the eyeballs in anime and manga can actually be really big and huge that it just takes over the whole eye. So this is another thing you can do. See this a lot in shoujo anime, but honestly you see this period. It just depends on the art style. Still have that cut. You want to cut in the same way again. Like so. You see sometimes they'll do like a incomplete circle that's going around. You can do that if you want. Shine in the eyes. Those could be circular, oval shape, or it could even be a square. It's really up to you. Maybe one right here. Maybe it's part of why that line isn't complete. So really, it doesn't even need to be too realistic. You still have some of that shading, the eyes, somewhat of a cross hatching, if you will. And now you can do eyebrows with a different style where there is a little bit more distance between the eyes and the eyebrows. And in this one, it could literally just be a line. In some cases, you will have hair block some of it, maybe even block some of the eye. We're not focusing on all of that. You can go watch our hair video for that. But that is up to you. And as you know, this is not my style. I do not draw like this. I never draw like this. But understanding drawings, especially anime, in this way, and make it easier for you to adapt to literally any style at all. If we come back here, flip this, you can have the eyebrows as thin or as thick and spiky as you want. You can always make adjustments. Maybe I think the eyes are a bit too close for the style I'm trying to do, and I shift it apart even further. And that's what works. But these are the adjustments you make as you draw more and more, and you need the guidelines less and less. That's just to give you guys a framework of where these things can be positioned, but then the exact positioning is up to your art style. One thing you should always take away from these videos is to understand that, that this genius, me, is just trying to let you know you have more freedom than you actually think when it comes to drawing almost anything. It's really art, so a lot of it is subjective, and you can do what you want. Again, lines for the eyelids if necessary. You can do lines for the eyelids on the lower end, even with a shading touch to it, but it can make the character look sick and or tired in some cases. Also keep in mind, again, the eyebrows is more so understanding where that muscle is in the face, and you can have a character with no eyebrows. Look at Kenpachi, look at some Dragon Ball characters. It all depends. And just getting that muscle and where it's positioned, in some cases, is all you need. Or the character can barely have eyebrows too. You just have these little dashes, and that's that. Maybe they have a huge nose. All of a sudden we have a character, maybe a mustache. You have so much freedom, you have no idea. Well, you have an idea now because this genius, me, is telling you. Seen cases where the eyeball is just a little dot in some cases. Some characters don't really spend too much time with all this character design experimentation stuff, but you can see how shocked the character looks here again, reminding you of what we talked about earlier. And this could be the character maybe have two different eyes, two different things going on. You have that much freedom. Here's another where you can reduce the size of things, just as long as you're following the framework a little bit. And it's still within those shapes. So you see this, maybe reduce the size of the iris and pupil. Again, that is also something that is subject. to change, subject to design. For this character, maybe I only want 3 dashes at the bottom. Not necessarily to mimic makeup, but just maybe just a fun character design choice. Eyelids at the top, and I'm going based off of that understanding of what the eye would look like if it was wide open. Even if it was wide open, you might still see some eyelids folded in there somewhere. It's really up to you. Even if you don't draw the lines or the eyelids, it's good to kind of know where they are. And that, instead of the box on top, can help guide where you put the eyebrows. And then you do the same thing for the other side, and boom. If your style requires that light source in the eyes, you can do it. But again, remember, you do it on the same side. And there you go. You can shade in fun ways. And the character is doing some kind of power up and acting all cool. You shade a lot of the top areas. It all depends on what you want to do. Maybe I'll have a separate video on shading. So with this guide, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Maybe you have some really cool ideas while understanding how much liberty you can actually take despite the guide itself. I'd love to see what you guys come up with, and I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Make sure to check out my manga as well as other videos on this channel. I am remaking a lot of the videos I've already made in the past, updating it for our current era. You love the video but not show love. Shame. Holy Ghost, smash the subscribe button or I will place you in my Tsukuyomi. Do all the fun engagement stuff if you want to support the YouTube channel. Leave comments on what the next tutorial will be. Shout out to everyone who's gotten the book. Watch more videos. It's White Manga, and I'm Audi 9000.